What I've done here is hooked up the e-speaker to my SX780 Pioneer, and I hooked it up via the headphone jack. I had to put a couple of adapters in, to make it fit. And on the other end of this wire are a couple of gator wire clips. I made this thing quite a while ago. Again, I don't know why I made it, but I did, and it came in handy. Now I've gone ahead and put a 0.5 microfarad capacitor in there in the positive side, because I don't want any DC at all to get into this speaker, which could possibly cause the magnet on the inside to reverse and lose all of its magnetism. So I don't want any DC to get through at all. Probably overkill, probably not needed, but it doesn't hurt a bit. So according to Radio Ribster, now he's the guy that come up with this idea. He said that he had already done it because an old radio guy had told him it would work. Just plug it into a one of the old stereo units, and the impedance between the headphone jack here and the impedance of the speaker were pretty close, or a lot closer than anything else. And he said it worked well with an E3 speaker that he had, plus a radiola horn speaker. Well, at first I kind of, well, I don't know if I want to really do that. But I kept thinking about it and thinking about it, and I said, that may be a viable way to check out this speaker to see if the echo sound is still there. So I went ahead and talked to Brendan, my TV mentor up in Detroit, about this, and he gave me an email back about impedance matching and that sort of thing. Much of it I already knew, some of it I did not. And he said, go ahead and give it a try. It won't hurt it one bit. You won't damage it if you hook up your wires properly, positive to positive. Now look, on these old speakers, you have a wire that's a solid color. In this particular case, it's a very, very dark brown. And then you have a wire that has a stripe on it. Now that's called the trace wire. The T, and when you look on the schematic, you'll see TR. It'll give you a color of a wire, any wire actually, that has TR next to it. What they're talking about is that stripe on the wire, or the second color. There'll be two colors as opposed to a solid color, and they call that a trace wire. Old Rick McWhorter filled me in on that little detail here the other night when I gave him a phone call. So on the old schematics of the Atwater Kents, or any other schematic, I would suppose, anything that says TR next to the color, it means trace, the trace wire. It could be a yellow wire with a green stripe, a black wire with a white stripe. It could be a green wire with a yellow stripe. Those are trace wires. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead, and I've got this thing hooked up. Let's go ahead and turn up the volume, see if I get that echoey sound. Make sure I got nothing shorting out down here. Go to mono here. Where is my mono button? It's here somewhere. Mode, mono. There we go. And of course it is echoey sounding.
The first thing I remember knowing, dream of growing up to ride.
It does have that echoey sound, unfortunately.
Not knowing where I'm bound.
Keeps shutting down because it has a, I guess, a current limiter in there. Well, now we know it's not the radio, and it is the speaker. Probably the magnet on the inside is messed up, and we are going to work on that. It's going to be a good video. You don't want to miss that one.